I now believe and act in a way that I encourage others on my team or within the company to join in some of the analysis and to participate and use their voice. So I believe in the power of diversity and inclusion, and that goes right into data and data analysis.
Yeah, I like that, because again, you need also, by bringing your team in, makes that everybody owns a part of it, right? So it's not just it's not just a over in the corner, or or you're the owner of it, right? And now you bring it into the meeting. Everybody actually start to have some kind of experience around it.
Yeah, and I think another point that I would like to make is that we look at data and people who are strong in analytical skills. And I'd say if you go to Excel, I'm one of the more experienced users. I'm not a Power BI guy. I'm not so strong in Access anymore. But when you look at analyzing data, it's fantastic that you can organize data, do reports, put together amazing pivot tables. But it's really the action that comes out of the data that matters at the end of the day to the business. That it's really a matter of substance over style. So if you can do all the data work, that's great. But if you can't get actionable information out of it, and then get people to own those actions alongside you and to be part of the team and part of the results, then you're really just not getting the best of all those that are around you. And again, early in my career, I was not human-based in much of anything I did. I hoarded the information. I thought that protected me. I thought that made me more valuable. But it really narrowed what I was able to see and what I've been able to accomplish in the latter third of my career.
Yeah, well, that's how you grow. So I want to make a personal note on when you look at data. So previous, I worked within a team where we were like, okay, this is what we need to see, right? This is the data. And then it was just delivered. And then when we looked at it, I was like, okay, we need to ask, is this look right? Right? You have to have that critical thinking. Just because you pivot or you create it, right? And saying, okay, this is the data, right? You have to have that critical mindset and look at it and saying, does it look right? Is that what we expected? And then you can actually, as you just said, right, then you can actually say, okay, now we can make some initiatives. But it's important to get everybody in that mindset that you have to have this critical thinking.
Yeah. I think somewhere I remember a podcast, somebody saying, remain curious or something to that effect.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to this episode of Mind the Innovation Podcast. New episodes are dropping bi-weekly, so make sure you're following wherever you get your podcast. You can find me on LinkedIn, search for Sannah Vinding. You can also find me on YouTube, search for Mind the Innovation, or go to my website, sannahvinding.com or mindtheinnovation.com. Stay curious, keep learning.